What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, I was jamming out. I gotta tell you, that is the best hold music I've ever heard.
Well,
it was great. It was really great. What's going on, man? Thank you for having me on.
Man, thanks for coming on, for real. I see you brought in some folks.
I did?
Yeah.
No.
You brought in GameCube Galaxy and Barnsong Electric.
Dude, Marcello, Chris, you guys coming through clutch for real.
Let's see who else we got.
So I gotta tell you, these two guys right here are two of the best people. And RNG Gamer, you know what? He's one of the best people. You're all the best. He's getting in here. Hey, Jamie, man, thank y'all so much for showing up.
Absolutely.
You know, us big YouTubers have to prop up the little guys.
Yeah, that's right.
With 180 subscribers I've got and one whole video. I'm working hard on that other video, though, man. It is coming along. I'm really happy with the edits that I did today. I had a lighter workload today, and I spent a lot of time on that. Is Game Central Station. It's going to tie right into my first video, and I'm hoping to get it out there this week.
Push them out. Get them out. Get them out every 2 times.
Out. Way out. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Man, what's up? What's going on? Sorry, I just went right into it.
Hey to some folks. We got Samantha.
Sam! She's such sweet people.
Coco and Chewy, always supportive. Always here. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Coco and Chewy.
They had a live. They're some reseller friends. They actually had a live. And but I had a horrible migraine last night, so.
Oh, so Coco and Chewy have done live with you before, right?
Yes, that's
husband and wife team, right?
Do what?
Husband and wife team. The husband is, I think, a PhD candidate.
What kind of? I'm sorry.
Is he in a PhD program?
Is he in a PhD program?
Somebody, I don't know.
Are you talking about the ones in like a seminary?
Yeah.
No, that was Housewife Thrifts.
Okay. We'll just make this clear real quick. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's
I have no idea. But anyway.
Ate some water. So
yeah, I do believe that.
Heaven and he's already changing, guys. Heaven and Steve.
Heaven and Steve, dude, you're such a good sport, man. That video was awesome, and I think it's so cool that you guys work together on it.
Yeah, and then we'll just trash talk behind each other's back, though.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Dirt Road Games, what's up, dude?
Dirt Road Games, you could have overdosed at Siege, but y'all were dodging old Saturn Steve. Not really. We just, man, can I talk about Siege? Can I go right into it?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Dude, so Siege was so much fun. It was a mile a minute.
Some people don't know what that is. So.
Okay. Yeah, let's set it up a little bit. First of all, I'm Saturn Steve. I have 190 subscribers on YouTube.
Big uns.
No, but so I got encouraged to get into the space by just randomly making friends with Jared and Eric, Retro Gaming Pandemic. I was already friends with Arking Saul Peaker and Bowman, and we just all got to be buddies. And we're out one night at the after party of Game Jam South, and they said, dude, you got to do it. You just got to go for it. Like, you know, basically, I think they were telling me you never shut up, so we should just put a camera in front of you, you know, wind you up and let you go. So they've been incredibly supportive, and I got to be they're my these are really like some of my best friends now in the world. Them, Marcello, Chris, Barnsong is on, all these guys. Andy, Pac-Man Case, of course. So anyway, yeah, some a little bit of, I wouldn't say peer pressure, but they encouraged me to do it. So here I am.
Well, that's what we're doing for you too. We're putting you in front of camera and just letting you go on all night. You're saying
you may regret it. But anyway, so we went to Southeast Game Exchange. It's that I know of. It's the biggest retro gaming convention in the Southeast. It's in Greenville, South Carolina, and it was last weekend. And man, it's huge, and it's only getting bigger next year. So I hope you can come. I hope you can make it out next year. It's going to be great.
The plan is definitely to come. So,
well, man, did you see the teaser trailer for Siege 2024?
I haven't. You'll have to link me.
Oh boy, Ryan, hey buddy, what's going on? It is so every year. Austin and I believe Ty are there, or maybe Ty's with Game Jam South, but I know that Austin is the showrunner for the event manager for Southeast Game Exchange, and we were sitting at dinner the other night after the first. Me and him and Arkansas Picker sitting around, and Austin goes, "Do you know what's next year?" And I'm like, "Please tell me it's what I think it is," because we talked a little bit behind the scenes. And he showed me the reveal trailer for next year. Every year is a different theme. This year, the theme was Final Fantasy VII. So the style, all the graphics were stylized after Final Fantasy VII.
Nice.
Next year, he pulls up the phone, he shows me the video, it starts to roll, and all of a sudden you hear like the Metal Gear Solid chime.
No, that's awesome.
And so it's going to be Metal Gear Solid themed, and it looks so good. But yeah, anyway.
Let me see it so I can see like what you're talking about, like how they put it up, like.
I mean, like, yep, absolutely. So, but it was a lot of fun, man. We it was basically a YouTuber class reunion almost, where we all just got to hang out with each other.
Yeah, I saw pictures and videos. Like everybody was there.
It was so crazy, and there were so many people that came from out of state, from the other side of the country.
Yeah.
The West Coast folks came out. Pixel Game Squad, Retro Rick came out. All the guys, Gabbo, of course. Everybody from the West Coast came out. We missed John Riggs this year. Immortal John Hancock came out, but Metal Jesus didn't come out this year. He was there last year, but it was so great to really get to see everybody in a personal space where you're interacting with each other, right?
Yeah.
Because YouTube is great, but it's one-way consumer content. It's not, interactive. But it was tough, man. Like
hanging out.
Yeah, but trying to film and get content, and shop for the stuff you want to go shop for and hang out with everybody. It was a balancing act for sure, but it was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, I missed a couple of people. Daniel, I missed you, buddy.
It was a budgeting act too for you, wasn't it?
Dude, wasn't it though?
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
It's Heckin' Steve. He's hacking Steve right now. He's hacked you, bro.
That's what it looks like. Can you still hear me?
That would be so funny if it was. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I need to see you anyway.
For some reason, there's nothing special about seeing me, so for sure. Well, what in the world?
Well, otherwise it's just me sitting here talking to a camera, which I'm good at. I hadn't shut up yet, so.
No, man, keep going. I'm gonna try to get this up. I don't know what's going on with the. It just cut out on me.
Now I feel like it's the Saturn Steve show, and I'm not ready for that yet.
Well, you can hear me, right?
What?
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
That was a dumb question. You said what? Go ahead, because you talked about Siege, but tell everybody a little bit, just about yourself and
Just
what
say.
all you do, and yeah, just say stuff.
Okay. Let's see. I'm probably so I got my I mean most of my collection is still my original collection. So for a lot of people they started collecting later. I've been collecting since I was a kid, and most of what I have is still my original collection. So when I was a teenager, I started working at a small locally owned video game store franchise. It was my first job, and I worked there for years and years and years, and eventually took over the store and worked there when I was. We were just getting ready for the N64 launch, so yeah, I'm older than some people here, um, but you talk about a wild ride, man. Just like how cool to have your first job be learning or launching the N64 system. It was the coolest thing ever. We imported it from Japan. Supply chain was, I mean, there's definitely supplier issues with any launch of that kind of era, and even still there's always supply issues. So we would all go out to the big box stores, and there was no markup on systems, so we just buy up whatever we could, take them back to the store, resell them, not for a profit, for MSRP. We're very clear about that.
Yeah.
Because you're losing money on systems anyway, but just to be able to say you had it. So I went through the N64, PlayStation era. Of course, with that came Game Boy Color, Tamagotchi craze, all sorts of game launches, Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, all that. There he is. Got to do the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was the coolest thing. I ran that one solo, and then GameCube, PS2. That was pretty much it. So anyway, I did that for a long time, and that's where a lot of my collection came from too. Because a lot of what I have, I could never afford to get again. So I don't have that Pickin Preacher money, y'all. I can't start collecting in 2023 for Sega Saturn. But yeah. I think we lost Keith. Will. I don't know if I'm still alive, but somebody text me and tell me if y'all can still hear me, if I'm still alive. I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna go off the cuff. I know that's not terribly interactive, but let's see. I broke it. Let's see. Oh, I'm live. Okay. Thank you, Lewis. Yeah. So, but the Saturn Steve thing. Let's just pretend like Keith's still on here, and he said, "All right, Saturn Steve, tell us a little bit about how you got to be Saturn Steve. You always collected for the Saturn? Were you? I lost my lights. Were you a Saturn guy, or you, how'd you get that name?" I know that's a perfect impression, is what y'all are thinking, and it is. I've been practicing. So, oh, hey, there he is.
You can see
With my perfect impression, they didn't even know you were gone. Oh, there he is. Anyway, so the kind of story to that is, no, I wasn't necessarily a Saturn person growing up. I did love it. I played a lot of the games back then, but since I was a kid, I was a Nintendo person, like through and through. And but I have an old Sega Saturn shirt that I've had since probably 1997. I still have it, and was hanging out with Retro Gaming Pandemic and Jared. Everybody knows, if you don't know Jared, his thing is vintage clothing. The dude is all about it, and he can look at something and just straight off the cuff, Rain Man, tell you what it is. And he looked at the shirt, and we got to talking about it. So he saw that it was a single dingle, bro, and it was. And he's like, dude, you're Saturn Steve. Either he or Eric said it first. I don't know. It's hard to tell. They're twins and they have the same voice. So I'll let them decide who who dubbed me that first. But it stuck. And I decided to lean into it because I do love the Saturn, and I have all of the bangers. So I'm rolling with it. Should we tell him we can't hear him? This is the best stream I've ever done. It only, I peaked right here. It only goes down from here, y'all. I've made it. Nope, still can't hear you. I promise I'm not messing with you. No, really can't. Yeah, really. What? I don't know.
Okay, try that. Can you hear me?
Wait. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, is it real muffled?
I mean, it's better than it was.
Yeah, you mean quiet? So here's what happened, guys. If you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
I went to go visit my family this weekend, and I left for my camera that I use, I left the battery there because I was charging it, and I left everything that was needed to hook up like a moron. So I get here and I was like, oh crap, what am I going to do to stream? So I was like, well, I'll try my phone. And so I downloaded a program, and it's my first time to ever use it. So yeah. I went back to this really fancy camera to where you can see all of my death pile and all the mess.
Yeah.
So there you guys go. That's all the stuff I have.
I mean, we'll call it the lab. You're in the laboratory.
It's the lab. So, but yeah. So sorry about that, guys. I apologize. But Steve,
I felt like I took over for a minute, man. It was great. It was the Saturn Steve show there for a minute.
Hey, I'm visiting. So, welcome.
It's good to have you.
If I say hey to some folks.
Let's say hey to some folks. Let's get into the chat.
Come on, Saturn Steve show. I'm the guest. So we got Abel's Treasures in the house. So thanks for coming on, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. Oh, check it out.
Oh, we got stuff in here. All right. Erica.
What did you say?
Oh, I just realized that I can look at the comments.
Yeah.
Man, people are talking.
Yeah, I know. People are talking. They're probably like,
Sega Saturn. Dude, shout out Heckin' Steve, man. I didn't know what to expect. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's Heaven and Steve now.
Oh, my bad. Well, he's going to change his branding. But that's awesome. He said, Pickin Preacher has that cheap internet because he spent all his money on Sega Saturn stuff. That's probably true. That's probably true, dude. Bro, I know what he gets. That's definitely the internet budget. You got to balance your priorities, buddy.
I know, man. Well, if he's on here, there's a guy from Houston that I'm going to get like another $1,000 worth of games in just a few weeks. So, yeah, but I'm trading a lot.
Yeah, you're a trader.
And what?
You're a trader.
Yeah, a trader.
I knew it. You scumbag.
Trading and a little bit of paying, but.
Oh man! Oh, Sam would have jumped into a co-host. Man, that would have been great.
Should have just jumped right in. Mine wasn't working.
Jumped right in. I know. She's great. Let's see. Nobody else offered to do that. Martillo, Chris, where y'all at?
So we got. Let's see. Yeah, if you see anybody, man, just say hey. Lucas makes some pretty funny Roblox videos, so thanks for coming in, man.
Make some funny stuff. Let's see. What do we got? All right.
Oh, by the way, 89 Sigma. I linked you to 89 Sigma, and he's on the Discord. I tagged you, so he's collecting Saturn right now. So
I'm glad
to get Saturn games this past Saturday in Austin. He went to, what was the convention you went to? I forgot what it was, but there was a convention in Austin, Texas. But it's some of it's repro, but Police Knots, you see that there. Bug 2, which I'm wanting to get. Panzer Dragoon 2, Street Fighter Collection, Import, and Shinobi Legions.
Wow. So, Sigma, you must buy from GameCube Galaxy also.
Ah. Here we go right here.
That's really just a joke for me in GameCube Galaxy. But Those are some great pickups, dude. Let's see. What was that? Street Fighter Collection. Got it.
Just read what I just put up here.
I can't believe Steve didn't forget to be here. Is that pretty good?
Arkansas Picker actually came on the show probably about a month ago or so.
Don't plug him. It's the Saturn Steve show right now. It ain't the Arkansas Picker show.
That flipper dude, Steve. So here's another Steve. So we got another Steve. Raise your hand if your name is Steve. So we got a Steve right below him, Heaven and Steve. I need to cuss less, but it feels good on the tongue. Yeah, it should feel good not to.
That's a challenge for all of us, buddy. Let's see. I've never heard of this person, Louis Livingstone, but he says, "What's a Grail item for you, Steve?" For Saturn specifically, I want to kick that to you first, and we'll both chime in on this. How about that?
Okay, like one that I have?
I guess just he doesn't say.
I see I'm not seeing them in here.
What's one that you have and one that you don't?
Okay. Well, so one that you offered me that I just have too much money spent right now is Magic Knight Ray Earth. So I just can't do it right now. And I would say at Retropalooza in Houston, I picked up Shining Force 3. So
yeah. So
while you're saying that, I'm looking through here so I can say hey to people I haven't said hey to yet. Like
yeah, a lot. Thank everybody for coming. Let's see. Erica's in here. MXS Retro. Hello.
There we go. She said Siege was the best.
It was so great.
I just started following her on Instagram and YouTube. So literally just like earlier this week. So
yeah, she and her husband are awesome folks. Absolute sweetheart. And I'm so jealous of that Dreamcast pickup. Y'all go. I'm gonna shout her out. MXS Retro on Instagram. Go follow her. She's an absolute sweetheart. And look at the banger Dreamcast deal she got for. Yeah. No, I won't spoil it. But I told her, I was like, I'm
the admins know to put her link up in here. So admins put MXS Metro's link up in here. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I wasn't gonna spoil it, but I told her, I said what did I say? I'm jealous and proud, mostly jealous and a little proud or something.
Yeah. Well, as long as you have a little bit of the happiness.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more happy for her than I am jealous, but truth is, it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, a Grail item on the Saturn, a Grail item is probably Burning Rangers. I did get a beautiful reproduction of this. I don't have really any reproductions for Saturn. Everything I have is authentic, but I got a beautiful reproduction of this for the buddy price. So thank you. Shout out to GameCube Galaxy, my buddy Marcello, for yeah, it is. But yeah, I picked that up from him. So that's one that I don't have.
Oh, I thought you said you did have Burning Ranger.
That's the one Saturn Repro that I have.
Oh, okay.
So otherwise, I mean, just in the context of Sega Saturn, Magic Knight Ray Earth, way before Working Designs brought that out over here. A buddy of mine in school, we were teaching ourselves Japanese, and he imported that. And we played through it. The music and the cutscenes were really, really cool. It was fantastic for the time. Like, you didn't see anything like that really, certainly here in the States. So it was great. Yeah. And then, Panzer Saga was probably the other one. I know those are crazy expensive, but those were two great games. And I tell you what, I keep talking about my buddy Marcello, but he and I were talking about doing something I'm probably going to bring you in on. So you'll hear it here first, folks. At some point, I'll be doing a Saturn games that need to be remade or remastered, because everything else gets remade or remastered.
Yeah.
Why not some Saturn stuff, right? Let them get some justice done to their backlog. But also games that didn't get a sequel or a follow-up that should have. and Sega had so many great franchises at the time that just died. You know, so anyway,
Yeah, it kind of just. I mean, even when Dreamcast came, I know Dreamcast is good and all, but I'm just a Saturn guy. It was just something totally different, actually.
I'll give you that for sure. It definitely had a totally different feel.
Yeah,
It's funny, I would say, because Nintendo's very consistent, right? Just to, we'll just compare the two because we're 80s and 90s kids and that's what we grew up doing.
yeah,
But Nintendo has always been consistent with a Nintendo platform feeling very uniquely
sure.
Nintendo,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I would say that Sega, in a different kind of approach, every one of their generations of consoles has a distinctly different sort of personality to it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I was a
Like,
Sega guy.
yeah, like, and when I say that, I mean like the Super Nintendo still felt like the Nintendo, just way better,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But the Genesis had its own personality. It was edgy, it was funky, it was they weren't afraid to do things that were different, like Toe Jam and Earl or Comic Zone, stuff like that.
yeah.
But then the Saturn was its own thing, and that continued, I think, until the Dreamcast. So.
Well, yeah, and that's because I want to keep talking about that, but I just want to say hey to some people. Legit. So Jen she's so supportive. I'm always talking about games. She's not into games, but she's so supportive. She's a reseller, and she's always here. So shout out to Jen. And she's coming in. She would even come on my streams when I was doing like gaming streams. So just super cool. And she says I'm close to 750. I didn't realize I was. So that's cool. Yeah. So if you haven't subscribed to either one of us, if you haven't subscribed to Saturn Steve, and Saturn Steve does, for those that are more into reselling, he does have, where he goes to like shows and conventions and has booths and stuff. So you can check out stuff on his channel too. So admins, if you will, put his channel in there. If I don't see it, I'll put it in later. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to me, please do. And if you get sick of it, you can always unsubscribe. So
that's right. You don't want to be there, you ain't got to be there. But so I'm glad you said that, because it will be a lot more than I am starting with the Saturn content. The next couple of videos are going to lean very heavily towards Saturn hunting, Saturn collecting. My Siege video, I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to format that, but it's a super haul.
Are you able to show what you have? Do you have some of the stuff you got?
Oh, you want me to do a spoiler so people don't have to watch my video?
Oh no, don't do that. If you're making a video about it, no.
No, I'm kidding. Let's do a
preview.
Yeah, we'll give you a preview. Let's see if I can get.
While you're loading that up, 89 Sigma asked, "Are you planning to go to Retro?" I don't know. Oh, he's asking you. Are you planning to go to Retropalooza, the same one I'm going to in September?
Oh, I don't think we can both exist in the same space at the same time, can we?
Yeah. No, we might explode.
Right. I don't.
Saturn guys. I mean, oh no, he disconnected himself. Well, all right, now it's back to the Pickin Preacher show. So, but thanks for coming in, guys. I'll give you a super thanks, RNG Gamer. I'm gonna while we're waiting on him to come back. Oh, here he is. I'm going to. We got the whole crew.
Let's see. So RNG Gamer asked, "Do you collect any Saturn imports?" Jamie, I do. I always have. That's I couldn't tell you most of what I have on the Saturn that are imports. I have the U.S. equivalent now, but that's how I played. The only way I played Saturn Bomberman for 20 years was on the import. I got X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Street Fighter like day one, and played the wheels off of those games. Which Pickin Preacher?
Is that a flossing? Are you flossing?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Tabitha. Hey, this is a lady, a sweet sister from our church. So, thanks for coming in. And Samantha said Austin for the win. I feel like I should write him a card. So, Look, I'm new to meeting everybody, so and Steve, you're new to meeting some of my folks too. So I'm trying to get to where you can say hey to some. I saw some people down here. Games YT in the house. You here? Let's see, Flipper Dude. I think I said hey to him earlier, and I think another Steve, Coco, and Chewy. Gene, is that Gene Crib?
That is. Look at that. All right. Well, here we go. Here's a preview.
Oh, wow.
Whoops.
He lives. Oh man, I'm way behind. Check this out. He lives. That was 15 minutes ago. So keep showing, and in the middle of you saying stuff, I'm going to say, hey, Barnsong Electric, thanks for coming on. How underrated was the movie They Live? Was it underrated? Yeah, I guess.
I don't know how it was rated. I can't qualify that. But I do want to say Tremors. Arkansas Picker shouted out Tremors earlier. Y'all, one of the best movies ever made, for sure.
I remember that. Tremors. I haven't seen that in a while.
So anyway, go ahead. Let's get our shout outs. Who we got?
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody. I'm not just trying to skip over the comments, everybody. I just want to make sure I say hey to everybody that's come in. This is who you're talking about earlier, Louis Livingston. So I think we answered that. Happy Picker is Grumpy Picker in the house. Glad to have you in. Let's see. My son's watching Bird Dog Gaming. So by the way, guys, if Bird Dog Gaming is still going on, I think he's in Houston. If he's still going streaming after this, we're going to do a raid for whoever wants to. And because I like to do raids at the end of the stream. I think we raided Junk Monkey before. Let's see. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, Blessed Ohio Picker, thanks for coming in. Yeah, because see, that's 5 minutes ago. You already saw RNG Gamer, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you already answered that question about imports. Heckin' Steve says Heaven and Steve missed the Saturn as a kid. That's a shame,
Those
man.
people did, dude. Yep.
I won't forgive you for it, though. The Army. Do you know who that is?
No idea.
Okay. By the way, guys, we do have trolls, so if I see them, I'm going to cut them out. The man, the myth, the legend, Heckin' Steve. Hi, I'm Dave. Did I miss the Steve burial? Yeah, but you can always go back and check it out right before this or right after this. Let's see. I think that's pretty much everybody in here. So thanks for coming in, guys. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to go through and look at questions, too, while he's showing what he has. And sorry, it's been a little jumbled. We were having some technical difficulties, so we probably missed a few little. I'm looking at my phone like that. We probably missed a few. Things, but that's okay. We're having fun. So go ahead, man, and I'll be looking at some of these questions.
All right. Sorry, I just ignored the comments. I love y'all, but I don't know. I'm not trained to do this. I'm not a.
I'm obviously not either.
I'm gonna go through them pretty quick. And don't worry, Marcello. I didn't forget you. But I grabbed what I saw. Sonic Jam got picked up at Siege.
Oh wow.
Sonic R got picked up
nice.
after Siege.
Did you find out for sure, by the way? Or that may be another video.
Okay, yeah, actually, that's good. Let's come back to that. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna set Sonic R aside. Bug 2.
That's the one you're giving me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one from Repro Rick and have him send it to you. Fighters Megamix. I want to talk about Fighters Megamix real quick because
I never played that.
Okay, so hands down the best 3D fighter on the Saturn. Last Bronx is another one that's not expensive. Don't sleep on it. It was so much fun. But Fighters Megamix. So when the Saturn launched, we got a version of Virtua Fighter that was kind of lackluster. They came back, they redid it as Virtua Fighter Remix. It looked way better. Virtua Fighter 2, and then they did Fighting Vipers. This game put Fighting Vipers and Virtua Fighter 2 in the same arena. All the characters, as like a mashup, and also put in a bunch of extra characters. So this was definitely the definitive way to play any of Sega's 3D fighters.
Okay.
Burning Rangers, that's the
Nice.
this repro, man. Like, and I got this from that scumbag GameCube Galaxy. But he did tell me.
I guess he's a reseller, right?
Well, I mean, everyone who buys a used game is involved.
Exactly.
You can't have a used video game market without people selling stuff that is not brand new. Legend of Oasis. This is a great game.
That is a good one.
This is a case only though. I got the case for super cheap, so now I'm on the hunt for a loose copy. Virtual own. I did get Panzer Dragoon 2. I did get Shinobi Legions also. Thank you.
Oh, nice. That's the one that. Hey, that's
Iron Storm, which is one of the few working designs games that won't run you a small fortune.
That's right. It was. I think it was because I just picked it up. What was it like? Am I right? Is that one? Hold on. Was that one 25 or was that one 65 or something?
Well, I can tell you what it goes for. I don't know what you paid for it, but it's probably if you got it for 65, that's probably a good price.
Okay, I'm thinking of it. Yeah, because that's the one I picked up.
To $80 or so right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it for 65. So
there you go. Yeah. So, and that's some of it. There was so much stuff going on at Siege. That, like I said, it was, man. Like balancing our time was a house of cards. Because obviously you want to hang out with all your friends that you don't see that often, the ones that have come across the country and driven 12 hours up from Florida or wherever, and but you got to get content and you want to hunt for the games and the deals. So one thing, you know what? All right, so Luis Livingstone in the chat asked earlier what a Grail item is.
Yeah.
One Grail item for me, actually there's two. They're not games. One Grail item is the Donkey Kong Country green all over print t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that thing so much. I've almost pulled the trigger on it several times. I thought I was going to get it at Siege, and it didn't work out.
How much was it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll text you.
You don't want to say you're spending that much on a shirt?
No, because my wife's watching.
And my wife just said smart, man.
Yeah, right. Look, I'm smarter than I look. I'll tell you that. But another one is probably so back at our store we used to have a bunch of like OG POP like promotional items, right? And I used to have the stand-up Fulgore and the stand-up Donkey Kong Country cardboard.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they were great, and I'm sure they eventually got tossed out by my folks, like everything else. But
we used to have all kinds of the cardboard stand-ups, and once again they got put in the attic, and then they cleaned out the attic. And
Dad gets on a tirade of throwing other people's stuff out, but not his own. Is what my dad would do. But what is this? We hadn't used this in 15 years. I'm throwing it out.
By the way, Henry Petty, I saw it I'm looking on the other screen. He was talking about because our screen was like this, and he said it was bothering him. So I was like, I think he means this. So yes, I saw your message, and I am seeing what people are saying, and I was just letting you know it was for you, Henry. So I'm sorry about that. I didn't think about that until you said it. It's like,
that messed with my tiny little brain for a minute too. So Sigma, Saturn Bomberman. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me there and shoot me a message. It's at Saturn Steve O. At Saturn Steve O. I might have a lead on a local one here by me, and I've offered this to Keith a couple times, but I'm happy to pick it up and we can settle up for it.
Unfortunately, every time you offer me something, I'm broke.
Well, dude, you're the smart guy who decided to start collecting for Saturn in 2022.
Yeah.
It's like my dad used to say, the old what's the old champagne taste on a beer budget. That's me too. Yeah. But no, Saturn Bomberman is the most Okay, you know what? So your son asked me a little while ago what my favorite Saturn game is. Just in terms of how much fun it is to play, I might say Saturn Bomberman. It is 10-player multiplayer. 10 people.
Yeah,
It's absolutely psychotic. It gets so fun, frantic, and it's so much fun. There's never been another multiplayer game that I played. In couch co-op too. Like kids today, like,
they don't know how it was.
yeah, you slap the controller out of your buddy's hand when he was winning. You know,
Exactly.
couch co-op with 10 people was bonkers. It was so much fun.
I never did it with that, but that sounds like a lot of fun. I look, and I've told you, I won't go deep into it, but I've told you the story. Like, I just like, it's a small collection. If it will, I'm sitting here trying to turn my phone like an idiot. Well, if I turn this camera, it's probably going to die. So, I just started collecting in November. So this is of last year. So this is actually new to me, and it's been building. And obviously, I'm reselling too. As you can see, I don't just sell video games, but that's the main thing. But what was I going to say about it? Oh, all this, like the retro stuff, like meeting everybody and getting into this, that's one of the things that it's not just games, man. It's everything. People are disconnected. And I just think it's kind of like games. Like, it sounds silly. I'm a 36-year-old man, and people are like, hey, you're talking about games. But it's a picture of what we are and I'm not trying to get into politics or anything. As a society, we're disconnected. Like, even something as simple as games, there's no real connection. Getting together, sitting down, right. Grabbing some tacos from Taco Bell or grabbing a pizza and all sitting down, hanging out, laughing, having a good time. And it was like people used to connect over something as simple as games.
I want to piggyback on that.
Yeah. So it's just so it's it's everything, and even this, we're streaming, right? And it's a good tool. But even here, it's like what I want is to meet you. I want to actually meet the people. And that's what I'm saying when I'm going to 89 Sigma's talking and Jen, she's in Dallas. I want to meet people and I want to get, we're going to go hang out with Esposito's, Tyler from My Retro Life. Our kids are, friends, and my wife and his wife, they hang out on the internet, but we want to actually hang out, talk to people. It's just everything's so, I don't know what the word is, disconnected. And so it's the same thing with games. It's not as that pure innocent feel like it used to have.
Man, can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right, there it is. All right. No, dude, I couldn't agree more. And this is one thing that you really do get to experience at the conventions, right? And if I summed it up in one word, it would be community.
Yeah.
And community has always been something where, we may think a little differently on some things. We may agree on a lot of things. But at the end of the day, we have more in common than we do things that are different about us, right?
Yeah.
And that's really highlighted when you go to these conventions and you see your friends and you see people, you make new friends. I never expected in a million years to be
I was giving a thumbs up to Samantha.
To Sam. I never expected to be involved in this space, but randomly just made friends with people. And, it's a sense of community. So when you go to these places, you do have that common interest, but all of that external baggage and all of that division that's, again, don't want to get into, anything heavy, but there's a lot of division that's kind of pushed on us as people. Right now, especially. And when you go there, you realize that's all crap.
Yeah.
That, the only thing that matters is just being there for your fellow nerds, right? And video games. No, but the sense of community is palpable.
I want to piggyback on the piggyback, by the way.
Yeah, come on.
The double piggyback. So as it's not just like it's not just like video games as well. Like communities, period. Like even with reselling, like there's people that know nothing about games. They know things about like depression glass or whatever it is. And,
Yeah.
and I still connect with them because of what we do. And as you know, which I didn't, we're kind of scatterbrained and everything, but, even me, like, Pickin preacher, and I'm not trying to put off a persona of being a preacher, but that's what I am. I care about the gospel. And even in the midst of that, like how many people I've met that are not only believers, but also had the opportunity to share my faith with people, and also have something else that we're still connected with. And it's opened up so many doors on so many levels for me, because that's what's most important to me, is my faith and sharing my faith. And by the way, for anybody that followed, if you know I didn't do a word of the week. I'm sorry, I've been real busy. But I did do a random fact. So if anybody knows the random fact, put it in the chat, and we will do a gumball. But yeah, so community, and it's more than just like, for example, when I went to Houston, or the little town outside of Houston, which Emerald Shine got it. Way to go, Emerald Shine. I'm going to highlight in a second. But when I went to Houston, I met a lot of people that weren't just, video game collectors and stuff like that as well. Also met resellers, and not just video game resellers. They were into shoes and stuff like that. And so it was just meeting people and, just hanging out, and everybody was just super down to earth. And it was, without going deep into my story, which I told you a little bit, I was real legalistic about certain people, which is really funny. And then I went and met people, just really nice, cool people. And I didn't have to compromise what I believe. I still, and nobody was like, "Oh, I can't believe you." I'm not saying it won't happen, because I definitely have trolls that come in, but anyways, just meeting so many people. I think we need that more, just in our culture. Everybody's just fighting, division. So go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, man, that's it. And I think that was one of the first things when I first met you. I mean, nobody could deny that you.
See you, RNG gamer.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
Yep. I know all about baby crying. So.
But yeah, I mean, it's obvious that you do your best to live what you believe, and I think that's fantastic. So yeah, I'm with you, man. Like, it's just, that's the nice thing about this, and it's hard to explain to people who are outside the sphere of this as a hobby, right?
Yeah.
But that it's not really the video games that have us connected, right?
Yeah.
It's not really that. I mean, even like for me and you, right? We're probably the only two, I mean, we're Saturn people. Like, it's a small.
They are like 89 Sigma, but it is kind of a.
It's a niche, but my point is that even that, as a very specific interest, is not really what brings us together.
Yeah.
It's the community of people. That, I mean, people you've never met before will gift you something because they know it's cool to you and they want to share it with you. So
that's right.
There's a sense of belonging, of accepting other people, and of shared interest.
Yeah.
In the hobby that creates. I mean, it's a really dumbed down version of it, but it's a short version that creates that sense of community where we all walked into Siege as peers.
Yeah.
As just friends, right?
Yeah.
And you have people. You have YouTubers there who have hundreds of thousands of viewers, but there's no sense of elitism there. It's just, oh, hey, just one of the guys. Like, this is all something we do. And, everybody does it at different levels. For some people, it's a livelihood. For some people, it's a hobby. For some people, they're making it up as they go, like me. But,
well, it's a livelihood and a makeup as I go.
Right. But we all walked in as peers and part of a community, and it was great. So that's the thing that makes it special Sorry. Anyway.
Well, oh no, you're good. I'm gonna. Emerald Shine got the thing here. It says random fact, but not really random fact. Jesus saves. So he got the rant. So what I do is I put up a fact. You probably see me. You're like, what is he doing? So I do this for the live. Do what?
I've never watched you before.
Yeah. Never will either. In fact, after this, like, I'm just getting you on here so I can meet some other people in the games. That's all.
Yeah, there you go.
But by the way, I sent some of the people their stuff that they won last week. But we're gonna go ahead and Caleb got or Emerald Shine got this, so we're gonna see what he wins. Got a pink gumball, which I do believe is a shout out. Let me see. So one of the things that I have here is a shout out. And so I'll make like a little shorts and promote their YouTube and all that stuff. So here we go. I think it is. It is. So Caleb, you Emerald Shine, I will do a video specifically for you. So I appreciate it. And I guess I'm going to chew this gum. So I'm chewing your gumball. And I didn't do a random word, so I apologize. But you're going to be on a game in a minute. They're going to give you some answers. I'll tell you about it in a second. So you're going to be on the spotlight, which you already are, but you have to choose who wins the next thing. So you have to break a lot of people's dreams.
I mean, I can do that. So I got distracted there for a second. Henry Petty was asking how I got. We have two big dogs. One's a golden retriever, and the other one is a border collie mix. She's got Great Pyrenees. And
you were texting them or commenting.
Yeah. And so he said, "How did you get them to stand still for the 4th of July pick?" They're actually incredibly well trained. My wife and I have been very, very hands-on with them since they were for the golden since she was born.
Yeah.
And the other one, the border collie mix, same thing with her. We got her when she was a little older, but they're social learners too. So she can kind of learn from the golden, when we're giving instructions. So they're just incredibly well behaved. They don't run off. They'll sit and stay if I tell them to stay. And they're very food motivated, like I am. So
Oh, Bible Belt Picker's in the house. Hey, man, hey. Caleb, that's another Caleb. I didn't say, hey. Bible Belt Pickers versus Pickin Preacher equals Holy Throwdown.
Holy Throwdown.
A wrestling match or something. No, I would fail probably because he's all in shape. By the way, guys, I'm on a weight loss journey. I've lost 15 pounds. No, 19 pounds. I've lost 19 pounds in 15 days. So
dude.
I'm a heavy guy. I'm over 300 pounds. So obviously my weight's going to do what?
So what, did you donate a kidney?
Well, that and some organs. So I cut off a piece of fat over here. No, I've been counting calories. I'm not doing like Weight Watchers, but I'm counting calories and I'm also intermittent fasting. And I'm just staying active. I'm exercising. I'm lifting weights and stuff like that. It's been something I've been needing to do. By the way, Sam said hobby, lifestyle, you mean?
That's right.
8 more to get you to 200. So yeah, if you guys
let's get me to 200. If that video gets to 1,000, by the way, I'm launching that next one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I don't think anybody linked you yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. What were you at before you came on, if you don't mind me asking? Do you remember?
I want to say at 180.
Okay, so you gained 12 subscribers. So.
All right, thanks everybody.
Right on. Let's see. I saw a few things here. Let's see. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit the thumbs up because that helps the algorithm, and that's all I care about. All I care about is the algorithms.
That's right.
That's all anybody on YouTube cares about, by the way.
I'm gonna plug it too. While you plug in my channel, y'all. If you haven't yet, please go watch that first video I did. Yes. I did it with no experience editing anything other than I plugged
in the channel now. So
thank you. The closest I've gotten is making a stupid Snapchat video. I'd never done any of it. And I had a lot of fun with it. I'm still learning every time I sit down to push out an edit or to work on an edit, I learn something new. So that's the journey I'm on. It's a journey of frustrating my wife while I finish the second video. But it's almost done. I think it came out great. If you'll notice, Arkansas Picker ripped off one of my songs. So, you always copy the greats.
So that's right. I mean, we know that's, in Arkansas, he just is trying to piggyback off Retro Rick. So.
Yeah, right. Cletus.
Sam said she promoted your channel on the community page.
So great.
That's really cool. Let's see. Hey, while I'm looking through these, is it too much trouble to kind of show people just a little? Okay. Well, do it anyway. To show you like a little bit of what you got going on in the room.
Oh, well, I'm glad so half this room still has Siege stuff in it. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, I do need to, by the way, this is just because I have nowhere to store stuff. I have boxes and stuff. This pile right here, we have a whole bunch of shoes, a few games, a whole bunch of shoes I have to clean. So they're kind of rolling over. Let me try to.
It looks great. You're killing it. Uh-oh. We killed him. We trolled him straight out, y'all. Finally, it's about time. It's finally just us, everybody. It's a Pickin Preacher takedown. Oh, he's back, but you know what? He's been smoked deaf and dumb. We're deaf, he's dumb. I can't hear him talk. Maybe I'm deaf. How does this work? Preach, come back. I'm floundering.
Now, is that better?
No.
Can you hear me? Yo.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Somebody said congrats, Keith. I'm not sure what you're congratulating for, Jen, but yes.
Just congrats, dude. I'm all the way on the 19 pounds, man. Like seriously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
What is country Ricky Gervais doing on my screen right now?
Wow. Henry said something. I'm trying to find it. Just don't hate me. Oh yeah, random fact. This is what it was. Heckling Steve, did you trash him? So actually,
me, I'm used to being heckled. That's all good.
No, not this one. Heckling Steve. So actually, I was going to talk more about this later. I'm a polarizing person, so I like to befriend people that nobody else likes. So in my so I usually make my circle of friends really mad. And then I make the people I become friends with, their circle of friends mad because they shouldn't like me either. So just to share a little bit, if he's still on it, he already knows. I talk to him all the time about this, so I'm not saying anything I wouldn't say to him. But I think a lot with the reselling stuff, which I'm going to bring him on the show and actually let him be heckled, and he's up for it. But I think some of it is just a misunderstanding of how reselling works because I've talked to him about things. But actually, just want to share this. I went to his channel. I'll tell you guys, you're going to think, oh, Preacher said this. I'm a blunt person. I stick my foot in my mouth sometimes. I say things maybe I shouldn't. And I said, do what?
You're a what person?
A real person?
What? No, you said you're a what person?
A blunt. I'm just not like that. No 420. No. Like,
all right. I'm just saying.
No, I'm getting off here.
Okay.
But so I went to his channel, and I said to him, I said, dude, how's your mom? Or I said, how's it being a basement dweller? And I called him a beta male. And his response was very non-beta male. And I was like, okay. I was expecting something else, and then God was like, Keith, it's okay to be blunt and tell somebody like it is, but you went a little above and you began to slander and insult in the same way you're thinking he's doing. And so I actually reached out to him and told him that was the wrong behavior. But I said, I don't get, I think you totally misunderstand, and I think you're wrong. And he was super receptive, and even his response to it was like, man, you feel free to say what you want. I don't mind. And he was just, didn't bother him at all. So it gave me a lot of respect. And so I disagree. I think he says some stupid stuff, and he's still in here. He knows that. But I actually, as a person, I actually kind of like him, and I think he needs to lay off on some of the resellers. But from his perspective, he's thinking some people are abusing the system, and he's wrong. And maybe some people are. I don't know. But
I was going to say there could be, both things could be, true at the same time, couldn't they? I mean,
yeah, in at least in one portion of it or the other portion. So, like partly. So, yeah, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate you being here.
But yeah, please go watch the video. It's actually more just fun and goofy. So
dude, I think it's so awesome that
he went to go clean the room.
I know he goes in pretty hard. I've only seen a little bit because
Yeah, he's off.
Yeah. But to have thick enough skin to tell somebody straight up, say whatever you want. It's all good, or whatever. That's pretty awesome, and that tells me that he may full well believe the things that he says,
exactly.
But that it's not entirely as mean spirited as maybe it seems. If you're that open to criticism and thick skinned enough to take it, then there's an element of it that's all in fun.
That's right. And so with that, also him coming in here, he's come in the chat and been real cool with people. Yeah. And so I'm going to show him the same respect. In fact, I'm going to say this really quick, and we won't go because this is the Saturn Steve show, not the Heckin' Steve. But
it was
on a Discord on Kreisky's. I don't know if he wants me sharing all this, but on Kreisky's Discord, he actually defended me and was telling, because he had some people that have, some of them are my hecklers, and they actually have come through him. And so he made a statement, and he said Keith's actually a really cool guy, and for you to dog on him because of his beliefs, and said he's very respectful. He's very honest with a lot of people when he's reselling. He defended me, and for my faith, and even admitted, he said he professed to be a Christian and said I should be doing more. And to me, a lot of Christians don't even want to talk. I said, a lot of people that are more bold about it don't even want to talk about it. And the fact that he said that, it gave me a lot of respect for him. Well, so I'm going to have respect for him in a different way, not for what he does, but that may be. Yeah, I'm trying to turn the camera so you can't see them.
Well, Keith saw. Okay, bye again. But you know what he did right there? Old Heckin' Steve. He handled that like a Christian should have handled that. So good for him, man. That's, I think we all kind of have to remember a little bit that, when we're watching videos and stuff like that. I mean, everybody kind of plays it up. Some people have a shtick, and because at the end of the day, it's creator content entertainment. Like when you watch my first video and I'm like, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Saturn Steve here. Well, that's not really me. I mean, I am really that ridiculous. But everybody plays it up a little bit, and that's part of what we enjoy watching. Not to break the mystique, but don't believe everything you see on TV, kids.
That's right. Can you can hear me now, right? Yeah. Sorry, I was moving it over so it disconnects real easily. So, Rachel, what's up? Right on. I appreciate that. So 7 more to get Steve to 200. So everybody go ahead and subscribe.
Let's go.
200. Rachel is probably in resellers. If you can connect with Rachel is probably one of the most. I mean, she brings people that have no following and brings them to her show and stuff, and she's always helping people, and so she's been super cool. So shout out to Rachel, and she helped me eat a vegan meal, and it was good.
Ooh, you'd have to help me eat a vegan meal.
It was actually really good. It was actually really good. Hey, Rachel, I've lost 19 pounds. I don't know if you heard that. Well, guys, we're going to do our game, and we're going to let Sunny Delight. Oh, my friend Angela, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming in, man. So this is what we're going to do. Hey, Elijah, if you can respond, let me know if Bird Dog Gaming's still on. I don't know if I said hey to everybody. If I didn't say hey to everybody, I apologize. This was just a hangout. So Sam said, I think some sales have gone high depending on who is selling, which is its own thing. Yeah, absolutely.
She's right. But
he's letting me know. He's telling me, man, I'm going to give you a coach. He's on this journey with me. Thanks, Dave. Well, he's gone, I think.
Is that who I think it is?
Hi, I'm Dave. I know he's Dave. That's who it is. It's Dave. Sorry, that was dad joke. So
Y'all, it's been fun.
all right, guys. So we're gonna go into a game. All right. So what we do here, man, I got to pull it up if I can find it. I might need my wife to help me get it because I always mess up with it. It is. So do you know what a quiplash is? Do you know what that is?
Do what?
A quiplash?
A quiplash. I know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
I should have a funny quip for it, but I don't.
So yeah. So there's this game called Quiplash, and it has a bunch of games with it, and they have like word lash, comic lash, acro lash. So basically, here's what it is: come up with an acronym for a series of 3 letters, and so the audience will give they'll like say it says PCK or something, and so they'll come up with something that stands for. And they'll all say different things. And a comic lash is there's a comic strip, and it will show like one comic, the guy's saying one thing, and the other one, it's a speech bubble, and he's saying another thing, and they fill in that blank. Let me hide that statement so I didn't need it there. And then word lash is come up with a clever sentence that includes a certain word. So like, or like a movie. So you'd say, a romance movie with the word Sega Saturn in it or something like that. And it can be a word phrase too. So which one would you want to do? Acro lash, which is the acronym, comic lash, or a word lash?
Okay, so question about the acro lash. So
yeah.
So you're coming up with an acronym, right? And they have to guess what it is. Are there categories? Like, is it within the context of like video games?
It's any, so they're going to want to do something that they think you would like. So it would be smart if they did something with, games, collecting, Saturn, stuff like that.
Right. That's relevant.
So, yes. So they would want to pick something that you would want. So which one of those do you think you would want to do?
I think the last one sounds good.
The not comic lash, the word.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to come up with this one.
All right. Let's see how it works.
All right. So we'll try it once, and if you think it makes sense. All right, guys. So we're going to come up with a. Let's see. So last week I did a role-playing game. Let's do a survival horror game. Okay? A survival horror game with the word potato. So we'll give it 2 minutes. So you're not going to say it. They're going to say it. So you got to watch the chat. And when 2 minutes is over, they can put in as many answers as they want. So they can have 5 entries if they want. So whichever one is best. And you're the one who chooses it. And whoever wins gets a draw here in this gumball machine. And there is a $100 gumball in here. So
got it.
So
all right. We have 1 entry so far with Potato Wars. Are we live? Are we going? Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're going now. So we have 2 minutes starting now.
Okay. And this is a horror movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a game, a survival horror game, video game.
Survival horror game. Got it.
Like Silent Hill or something. Fear of the Walking Potatoes. Are you seeing them? You can go ahead and read them if you want.
I'm on. Oh, okay. So we have Potato Wars from Lucas, The Last of Potatoes. 6 Nights on the Potato Farm from Rachel, Fear of the Walking Potato. Which is the last of us? The potatoes of the fittest. This is a survival horror game.
Yeah.
With the word potato.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Potato Street. I have the potato. These are some great answers, you guys. Jeez, man, I was struggling to come up with one.
And we got a little over a minute left.
All right, y'all keep them coming. Escape, Mr. Potato.
Sometimes it will stop and then a whole bunch show up because just lag time. The potato games. I guess that would be like Hunger Games.
Potato games, yeah. Potato.
Potato.
Will French fry you or survive to be a? Or will you survive to be a spud?
Man, I wonder how well a potato survival horror game would sell.
Dude, Minecraft. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The night Mr. Potato Head went crazy.
All right, let us know when we're.
You got 10
give
more
us a
seconds.
10-second count. Yeah, there you go.
10, 9, 8, 7.
All right, if you got any last ones, get them in there now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody said potato salad. That must mean he doesn't like potato salad. All right, man. So, all right, so it's done. If I see anything pop up, yeah, I think that's it.
We're good?
Yeah. 300 of potatoes. They just like I said, it's a little lagged, so it does come up a little bit later.
Okay. Pencils down, everybody. Let the lag on. Remember our friend, the Pickin preacher, has dial-up internet because he puts all his internet money into his Sega Saturn collection. All right.
Wow.
All right. All right. Those are all really good. The one that got me though, I got it, was Nightmare on Potato Street.
Nice.
So
all right, let's see. Who was that?
Shine?
Nightmare on Potato Street. Yep, that was Emerald Shine.
Yep. I also would have accepted the Potato on Elm Street. Both good answers.
So Emerald Shine actually just got a 64 from me because they won a mystery box and they got a 64. So.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
So I give away giveaways, man.
Given preacher.
Hey Amber, can you bring me a quarter or something? I can just I got one in here. Hold on.
I would laugh so hard if she gave you a quarter and said, "Call someone who cares."
All right, here we go. Oh yeah, by the way, I busted this the first day I had it. So, all right, so we got another pink one. No, did you win twice today? Emerald Shine, there's no way you won twice today. The same thing? You won the same thing. All right, look, we already did the YouTube shout out, so you already won that. So we're gonna do one more. Oh man, see, I'm just giving you a chance to get another. Closer to the 100. All right, if it gets another pink, I'm just gonna have to do 2 videos of you. I'll probably do one like in the main video and then one short. So here we go.
I mean, you only have 3 people in the chat. They're bound to win more than once.
Yeah, so here we go. yeah, all the numbers went from 20 to 11. All right, so we got a yellow. So let's see what this is here. I got to make sure. I think I know what it is, but yes. So yellow is merch. So you don't have any stickers or pins for me, do you? I haven't gotten my shirts yet. By the way, have I shown my shirts on here?
I haven't seen them.
I haven't shown them? Hey, Amber.
As your VP of merchandising, I have not approved that product.
All right, so I haven't gotten this one yet, but I want to show you guys. And then we'll probably I'm trying to, I don't know if I have it on. Oh, I know where I can get it. I'm going to try to get my wife to send it to me really quick on my email. But give me just a second and I'm going to load it up. Steve, while I'm looking this up, go ahead and tell people how they can, follow you, check up on Instagram. If you want to type it in the chat, and if you want to just, or anything you're like hunting or anything like that, and then I'm going to look this up, and if I can't find it, well, that's fine. I'll show it next time.
Yeah. So Instagram, and I'm gonna put it, throw it up in chat here, is just at Saturn Stevo, and I believe our friends have put the YouTube channel in the chat.
You can put it again though, just because it's been scrolled up and everything in case they missed.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go. So, I have one full feature video that is out now. I've got the next one in the works, literally right here on my screen, as we speak. So I'm going to do this instead. Thank you, Rachel. And I'm going to link directly to that first video. The second one should be done this week, and I'll have it up there too. So, yeah, it's just at Saturn Steve on Instagram. I'm a little bit more active right now on Instagram just because I'm still figuring out how to actually push these edits out on YouTube. But I have 3 videos after I finish this one that are already at least 3 videos in the backlog that are ready to get done.
Oh, nice. So you have backlogs going.
Yeah, which having a backlog I think is probably a good problem to have. But I don't want it to pile up to the point where I have so much I can't ever get to it, because I've got some really good stuff. I went with Retro Wolf a couple weeks ago. He's got those videos out.
Yeah, so, I saw that video with him.
Shout out to Retro Wolf. He's one of the biggest people who's really encouraged me and given me a lot of tools and insight on kind of how to get this going.
Oh, that's super.
But yeah, we went out. We did a hunting video here we're in Georgia. He's in Tennessee. He came down from Tennessee. So go check that out. I've got some other ones with him that I need to put out on my time. So, that's it. But no matter what, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us.
He put. Well,
and for subscribing to my channel.
This is what we're going to do. I'm just going to show you this. Yeah, absolutely. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm going to share this really quick. And this is the shirt. I may have shown some of these, but this is going to be a new thing I'm going to be saying. It's going to be part of me. Part of me? I guess that would be the right way. But let me share this really quick, and I will show you. This is the shirt we are working on. So can you guys see that? Who can see that? Can you see it?
Dude.
Is it showing up?
Oh, yeah. For sure. That's awesome.
So, yeah. So, that's going to be the... I'll try to make it to where you can see it full. So that's going to be one that I'm going to be working on. We just got to get the money for it and figure out how we're going to sell it and all that kind of stuff. Because we're also working on a website where we're going to sell merch and keep our inventory in and stuff like that. So all right, well, cool. Let me exit out of that, and we'll call it a night. Steve, I thanks so much for coming on, man. And everybody that came in, stayed, new folks that have been coming for a while, I really appreciate it. And just to let you guys know, next week I'm going to have Gulf Coast Pickers on, and then I'm going to have Reseller Madness, which Reseller Madness also does a lot of video games. But he's going to be on, I don't have the date right on me, but it's second or third week of August. So yeah, come check it out and all that good stuff. So, all right, guys, have a good night. And I think I have your address, Emerald Shine. I'll go back and look at it. If not, I'll get it from you again. So, all right, have a good night, guys. God bless you guys, and I will see you next time.